Hey mamas, it is so important for you and your partner to prepare for labor and the birth of your baby. Your birth partner is the most valuable person on your birth team and is an irreplaceable puzzle piece, but sometimes partners can feel a little bit helpless, especially if it is their first birth experience as well. So partners, this video is for you. In it, you are going to get 5 ways to help mama manage her labor sensations, and in doing so, actually help labor to progress. I'm Bridget, and I'm a childbirth educator and birth doula in the San Francisco Bay Area, and it's my passion to help mamas believe that they are built to birth. If you are new to our community, make sure you subscribe to this channel and then hit the little bell so you don't miss any empowering and educational future videos. If you are a partner whose special lady is giving birth soon, it can feel a little overwhelming to be the one providing the support and care when you yourself haven't even been through this before. Even if you have experienced childbirth before, it can be a little daunting. One of my favorite things as a doula to do is to really bring the partner into the process of supporting mama as she labors and gives birth, because partners, you are the most important person in the room to mama. By the end of this video, you're going to walk away with 5 tips that will help you feel more confident as you step into the role of supporting mama through labor. Labor is ruled by hormones, and those hormones feed off the environment, interactions with people, mama's mindset, and her body's sensations. I actually have an online course coming out very soon that goes so much more in depth about the intricate interconnections between mama's mind, her emotions, her body, and baby, and how this is crucial during the birthing process. So if you haven't taken a childbirth education course yet, make sure you're keeping your eye out for it. You're going to learn so much empowering information to help you have a happier, healthier, and easier birth. But I already have some information in a video for you on hormones during labor, which I've linked right up here that I highly recommend watching. One of the big hormones at work during labor is oxytocin, or the love hormone. Oxytocin is released in high quantities during lovey interactions. So when you cuddle, kiss, or get a hug, during sex, and during birth and breastfeeding. This hormone is what causes mama's surges to build and strengthen that bring her baby down and out in order to be born. So partners, the first thing that you can do to help labor progress and bring comfort to mama is to help the oxytocin flow. What that means is that you're staying close to mama, gently touching her or rubbing her back, holding her, swaying with her, telling her a joke, doing whatever you would do to help that love hormone to grow. It's actually not unusual for women who are having home births, if there is a stall in the labor process, for her and her partner to get some alone time together and be intimate with each other. Now, you're probably not going to be super intimate if you're not at home and especially giving birth at a hospital, but being close to her, holding her, kissing her are all ways to help that oxytocin flow. And that is going to encourage those strong surges, which make labor effective and increase the release of endorphins, which help mama manage the sensations of those surges. The second tip is to set the mood. Think about if you were on a date, how you would set up the environment to help both of you relax, focus on each other, make it special, and increase that bond between you both. You'll set up the laboring space pretty similarly. So you can have the lights nice and dimmed, and you can bring battery-operated candles or twinkle lights, both of which I will link down below so that you can create a warm and relaxing atmosphere, but also so that you can help your care team to see easier when they come into the room if you are at the hospital. If you're on a date, you'd probably make sure that the room wasn't too hot or too cold so that you could both be comfortable in it. And then you'd do the same thing in your birth space. Maybe you'd put out some room freshener to make it smell nice. So for labor, you would use essential oils, which I'll also link down below. And then maybe you'd have some music playing. All of these are amazing ways to set up your birth space, whether you are at home laboring, at a birth center, or you're at the hospital. I know that at a hospital it can be challenging, but just imagine that you had to go on a date in a hospital room and set it up in a way that makes it feel comfortable and cozy and relaxing for mama and you. Like I said in the first tip, the hormones that are in charge of mama's labor are affected by her environment, and she needs to feel safe, protected, and free to do whatever whatever she needs to in that birth space to allow her body to progress towards the birth of her baby. I created a video all about setting up the environment in your birth space that I'm linking right up here that you can check out after this video. The third tip is to recognize her emotions. Labor usually brings on a roller coaster of emotions like excitement, doubt, joy, fear, strength, sadness, and everything in between. While it's so important to keep a positive mindset throughout labor, it's also equally important to accept and experience the other emotions that are happening as well. So often during labor, mama will reach a point where she breaks down out of tiredness or doubt or uncertainty, and she starts to cry. And oftentimes her birth team will want to jump right in and tell her that there's no need to cry, that she is strong, that she can be confident. And while these things are true, crying is a huge release for women in labor and can actually help her body let go of trying to hold it all together and help her surrender over to the sensations that are going to bring her baby to her. So partners, if you see mama battling her emotions inside herself, ask her how she is feeling and recognize those emotions, and then point her to her strength as well. Validate how she is feeling, comfort her through touch and words of encouragement, and encourage her to feel whatever emotion that rolls into her mind and body. When she is overjoyed, be overjoyed with her. When she is feeling discouraged, recognize that feeling and then tell her what she has accomplished. When she's uncertain, you can remind her of the affirmations that she has been telling herself that she's been built to birth. This is one of the reasons why I love affirmations so much, is because it helps mamas tap into herself in a really deep way that provokes emotions and then points them in a really positive and progressing direction. I encourage you and mama to write your own affirmations down to have with you in labor, or listen to affirmation meditations throughout your pregnancy and labor, mama. Because affirmation meditations are so powerful, I have created 13 Built to Birth affirmation meditation tracks available on my website, builttobirth.com, which I've linked down below so that you can purchase and download them. And partners, this can be a really helpful tool for you to kind of guide the language that you are using with mama during labor to really encourage and build up her confidence. The fourth tip is to move with mama. Movement is one of the most important things that you can do to help labor progress, and it's actually really instinctual for mama to move and to find comfort and to work with baby to help bring them down and out. However, sometimes that instinct goes away a little bit when you get to the hospital for several different reasons. One, you're in a room where there are a lot of things that you don't recognize and aren't really supposed to touch, and then the big thing that's centered in the middle of the room is the bed, which you don't normally use to move around a whole lot in. Then oftentimes, because of the IV that's placed in the arm and the monitor around mama's belly, it can make it challenging to move around. Far from impossible, definitely doable, but just a little bit more restricted. So partners, a big thing that you can do is to move with mama. In doing this, you are giving her feedback that encourages her to keep moving. You'll also be assisting her in finding ways to move despite having some things to work around. You'll be close to her, which helps that oxytocin to keep flowing, and she is able to be more focused on you and the support that she is getting from you than some of the difficulties that make her a bit more restricted. Now, if she gets an epidural, you still want to help her move and change positions every 30 minutes after getting that epidural. If you're not comfortable helping her move because you're worried you're not going to do something quite right, ask a nurse to come assist you. This frequent movement is going to help keep mama open as baby needs to move down and out through the pelvis in order to be born. Again, I go way more in depth with this in my online course. So if you're an expecting parent, go to my website, builttobirth.com, and sign up for my weekly emails so that you are getting new information regarding pregnancy, birth, and postpartum, as well as updates on this new course that I'm offering. But for now, go and check out this video that I'm linking up here on using a birth ball for labor, as well as how to find productive movements and positions to help mama's labor to progress. Before we move on to the next tip, if you are finding these tips helpful for you, make sure you give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube knows to share it with more parents who are expecting and are wanting this information as well. The fifth tip for partners to help labor progress is to help mama find comfort. And you are actually really good at this because because you know mama so well. The best way to help mama feel comfortable and relaxed in labor is to know how she finds comfort and relaxation in normal life. After a stressful day at work or with the kids, if there's a situation happening in her friend group or a difficult life event happens, what does she do to de-stress, to find comfort and to relax? Because these are the things that you're going to want to implement in the birth space. If she likes taking a bath to decompress, then during labor, you can suggest her getting in the bath or getting in the shower. If she likes to get a massage, then a massage or gentle touch is going to help her relax and to manage her surges. If she likes to exercise, then encouraging her to move on a birth ball or walk on the stairs, squatting or lunging, or maybe ways that she's going to be able to manage these sensations from her surges. Maybe it's just going to be having you close by or having music playing or praying, but it's really individualized for mama, and what she uses in her normal life to cope with stressful or uncomfortable situations is also what is going to help her when she is laboring during her birth experience. Now, there are labor-specific things that can be done to help mama find comfort, and breathing is one of the best things that partners you can help coach mama through. Making sure that she is taking deep breaths in through her nose for at least 4 seconds, and then out through her mouth for at least 6 seconds. And this is the de-stressor breath that I talk about in this breathing during labor video that you should definitely watch if you haven't yet. This breathing technique helps mama stay calm and focused throughout her surges and sends plenty of oxygen to her hard-working uterus and her baby as well. You can also do the double hip squeeze or the belly sifting, which I talk about in this video up here about laboring at home, but they can be used really anywhere, not only at home. The double hip squeeze is usually a win for any woman in labor, so partners, I really recommend learning how to do this one on your lady. Partners, you are so valuable for mama in labor, and there is so much that you can do to help her feel comfortable, safe, and confident so that her body is able to do what it is built to do, birth that beautiful baby. I hope this video has given you the confidence and information that you need in order to step boldly into that irreplaceable role that you have in the birth space. The experience that you and mama get to share in this birth story will bond you in a special way for the rest of your lives. So thanks for being with me in this video, and I will see you in the next one.